Hello everyone, Bargat here, and I am back for some more coverage of the Horror Series Legion 2021 World Cup. Today I'm joined by Rubersmoon. How are you, Rubersmoon?
I'm completely fine. What about you, Bolgard?
Well, thank you very much for asking. I feel great because here we have some very exciting games to show you guys. So, I just created this lodge for everyone to jump in and actually share their replays with me, so it will be much easier for the recording. So here we have 9 matches to cover, and in this first video we will cover the first 3. So before we get started into those, we will take a quick look at the lists. Rubersmoon agreed to share them with us, so we're just gonna briefly look through them so that if you want to copy them at home or have some good deck for your laddering, these are definitely ones you can go with. Remember also that these lists are not perfectly suited for ladder because there are many tweaks, many tech cards that Rubersmoon included in his deck to counter his opponent, because of course he knows his opponent is going to play 1 warlord amongst 3 he registered for the cup, so he can tweak his deck. For example, if we have his Edict of Censure, which you might not play in a basic ladder deck. So here's the first one, the Raldoron deck. The second one is the Zahariel deck. Here it is. So we see Edict of Censure 2, for example. And then the last one is this very, very interesting Nykona Sharrowkin deck, whose idea is that you can hide for a long time with Deliverance and the Orders from Terrors. So also keep in mind that these are not the exact list that we're going to be using throughout the games, because obviously he changed the list a little bit to adapt to the opponent he was facing. Okay, so now I will just go into the first game. So Rekskolt plays Khârn, Vulkan, and Mortarion, and he decides to open with this Khârn, and you open with your Raldoron.
Yeah, I was pretty afraid of the Khârn. I think it was the hardest matchup for me because it's pretty much an auto loss against Zahariel, so I couldn't open with it. So I thought maybe Raldoron wasn't that bad against him, but as you are about to see, he got pretty favored with RNG, and well, we couldn't manage in the end. Well, let's see. It might be closer than you may think.
Let's see. 2 War Masters fighting each other. Now, isn't that nice? So here nothing...
My callback looks a lot worse.
I kinda prefer it. His is a bit too flashy to my taste.
Well, that's why you want it, right?
I mean, yours is nicer, I think. So it depends on everyone's taste. So here, yeah, both of the pings go your way, so he doesn't even need to use that counter attack.
Yeah, so far not the greatest.
Yep.
So we get the area in hand, so we got a clear goal in mind, reaching turn 8 and maybe getting free damage on him and disabling his warlock. And we also find Foresight with the Arcane of Wisdom card that can allow us to maybe chase a win with Burn in a turn where he gets himself low, and I can protect myself from everything, and then I unload everything on him.
Yeah, so we do have things to play, at least. We do have some good cards in hand to defend ourselves. That Melgator is also great because it can buy you another turn with delaying a Wrath or something.
Exactly. Here we're just making sure we're playing mana efficiently, and not wasting too much turn because we don't have an open play. If we had Fairbeus, we would have played it there, but we didn't. So.
Yeah, and he pings his troop twice actually. And that's very unlucky.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can bounce one, but not 2 of them, of course.
I completely discard by this point the idea of area, of reaching area. and I'm just thinking, well, maybe next turn, if I can survive one more turn, one more of his turns outside of this one, I'll be able to kill him with face bases, shock assault, and foresight. But we'll see.
And he gets the 2 defensive marks, which is actually good for him. At last he pings the troop of his.
Yeah, it was coming. So here, this is a pretty important play because I completely forgot how Requiem worked. I hadn't played this game in quite literally 4 months, and I was pretty hopeless when I missed that. I knew I had to take the risk of the 50% chance because maybe I could hold until the next turn if it worked, but I completely fucked up and I paid for it. I wasn't even mad at the pings at this point. I was mad at myself for not remembering how Requiem worked.
Yeah, but anyway, it was just a 50-50. You had 1 in 2 chance to just stay into the game, so you would have probably lost it anyway. But these things happen.
I had to take the chance to kill his guy with Angel Tears, and I didn't even take it because I fucked up the play.
It happens. But anyway, what matters is that the idea was correct. If you go for the Shock Assault here, then you can't kill him the turn after, so he has 2 turns to kill you, and he's guaranteed to win. So overall, even though the execution was, let's say, this debatable, at least the idea was correct.
A little debatable.
Just a little. Alright, so now you go for Zahariel because he has either Mortarion or Vulkan, and in both of these matchups, Zahariel is fine.
Yeah, extremely good against both. So I'm chilling right here. I can just play the board better than him at every point, especially knowing that he has no DD, because it was banned the week before, and knowing that, I can just kill 1 troop in his Khârn tempo swing turn with Terror Sight and be ahead on tempo always.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's how you do it. And the Strategic Mastery, it's MVP card. You can actually tweak your Vulkan to make the matchup correct for you, I think. Like, if you just put in your Vulkan double Scorched Earth, double Informer Network, and let's say Orbital Bombardment, the cards that cost 3, and discards all of the tactics in your hand, you can make the matchup acceptable for you, but you can't make it good. So Zahariel was definitely the correct choice. Well, let's see how many AoEs he put into his deck.
Exactly. This is the swing turn I talk about because he just spent everything developing the Ancient, and I could just kill it for 1 mana, and that was pretty much the turning point of the game. Here I have open energy to play Mastery, and I just snowball from here.
That Mastery, it's turn 4 only because the 6 comes from the Martial, so it's only turn 5 energy. And then we play Mastery on 5 different troops, so it's huge. And
it's also important to use the... Yeah, you were gonna say it.
I was about to, but okay, so the thing is we need to be aware. You need to be cautious, you need to play the counter attack before the Strategic Mastery. You still have the sneak attack after your attack is buffed, but, well, that's how it works. So...
Completely on point.
I know that, yes. Martial goes to war.
So here I just develop the curve into the legendaries, and when DOC gets the lead on the board, they're just unstoppable.
Yeah, basically. Especially that dude. Like, you could even consider going for the kill on the Fire Drakes. I mean, you could still afford to kill such a big troop. Yeah, this is not gonna happen, I guess. But this is just to say how great that RTS is. There are few troops that can actually challenge the Fire Drake, but this is one of them. Yeah, now he goes for the hammer, but it's too late.
Yeah, not that useful against DOC, the Yurdarkur, anyway.
Yep. Yeah, you can kill that thing, but you still have 6 damage too much. I mean, you even have 12 with the charisma, but right on board you have enough. So
Yeah,
boom
let's not be M,
and boom. So you're
and that's
tied
gonna be it.
1-1. So now he can't play he can't play Khârn again, and you can't play Zahariel. So you either have to pick Raldoron or Nykona, and he either have to he must pick either Mortarion or Vulkan. So what did you decide to go for?
I decided to go for Raldoron because I'm not really afraid of Vulkan with him. Some people think it's a bad matchup. I personally don't, because I don't really play that much drop pod oriented.
Yeah.
And you don't really care about Ultra Cool. And I guess he knew about it because he picked Mortarion. I really thought that for Raldoron, both these matchups were extremely good.
Okay. So you decide to kick the Sanguinary Guard from your opening hand. Could you tell us about
Not at
that?
all.
Yeah, you I think you had Sanguinary Guard, if I'm not wrong, and you decided to not keep it in your hand.
Oh, so not keep it, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
not keep it.
understood it. Yeah, that's not really a card that you want against Mortarion, because he's not really gonna play the 5/8 guy in an optimized deck. Well, he could, but I wasn't really expecting it. And by that point, I will have probably a Spirit of Telesto for 0 mana, 0 energy anyway, to act as a free hard removal. And I just wanna look for cards like Verbeus Command that can draw me cards when I let things die to poison, or proactive plays, that kind of stuff.
And here
I don't really plan on aggroing him. I just want to take it easy, the board on my side, not let him clean me out completely, but not really put that much pressure on him.
Yeah, it's
keep
about
the things flowing.
In slow matchups, it's not that much about how much you can do, like, can I do more? The question you need to ask yourself is, can I do less? Can I actually go with putting down less thing without falling behind in terms of tempo, just to spare some resources for later on in the game?
Completely right. As long as you don't run out of steam on this matchup, it's completely favored for you.
Yeah. So, interesting choice not going face with the 3-3. I mean, we were kind of expecting endurance, so it would the obvious play would have been to go face. Is there any specific reason why you
was trying to bait it. Yeah.
Okay, you were trying to bait it. Okay. Oh, that's the replay is a bit buggy, I guess. So we'll just hold that button until the end of the game. And what just happened? Okay, I have no clue what happened, so we'll just go through the game quickly and see if the bug is still here.
Let's speed it up.
Yep. So yeah, you kick the Sanguinary Guard. I speed things up a bit, and hopefully we won't be facing the same bug. So we're going quickly through that all over again. You go face. You bait that, and then the first flex bump comes in, and then, well, it looks buggy still. And I'll see if the game continues with me just holding this button, then I will do that. Looks like it does. Okay, so bounces the Zulan, poisons your Duke. He doesn't want too many random tactics. And we have a
Did you notice my hand?
You have a beautiful Raldoron in your hand. I just noticed.
Pretty good card.
Yeah.
I advise everyone to include it in their decks.
Yep, definitely great. Oh, kind of misplay for him, like misordering.
He could have traded the Melgator instead.
It's very weird not to trade the Melgator, because now you can just shoot at it with your ability, and you also have that 2-1.
Yeah, well,
I guess
not the greatest play, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, and and here also you decided to keep the spear and not put the 6 damage in, since your troop is obviously still going to die from poison the turn after.
Exactly.
So it was Secretary. You play Raldoron first, Captain.
The battle is almost
And
So,
then...
what did it do?
And then... I have no idea what's going on, but we'll live with that.
I think the
maybe we
Melgator
won't.
is also bugged, because there's no way he would have made that misplay.
Oh yeah, probably Melgator died alongside the 3-1 a long time ago. No? It's still alive?
I think... Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure of anything, because why would you attack swing first and then...
lost.
No, that makes no sense. This is completely bugged. Alright. So, I'm sorry we'll have to cut it here, but don't worry because there are plenty more games coming in. Could you tell us how it ended? Like, how did you end up winning, or what happened?
In the end, I just kept the steam flowing. He ran out of cards. He played a defensive maneuver for 5 cards, I think, and he just decked out faster. He played Mortarion's Whispers. I played Iria, and he couldn't answer it anymore, and I just won.
Oh, so he played the Whispers, and then you punish him with Iria, because actually Mortarion non-morphed is better than the morphed
Exactly.
one. Funny. So it
Really
looks...
sad.
What it looks like the game is actually going on, despite that Raldoron card in the left, and me having to hold that button. So maybe you can actually go and watch for it, because this is actually exciting. I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, this is the defensive maneuver. I think that was a big mistake, because he's just sure to deck out faster, and that's how this matchup usually ends. He doesn't have time to develop Death Throw, and I can just wait,
Do you sure?
placing board little by little, and that's it.
You're sure he doesn't have time? I mean, he's still at 37.
Yeah, but then he falls behind. He doesn't know if I knew I had an unescapable cell from
Yeah.
Kaisu Lane, but
Yeah, well, he
I
doesn't.
asked him after the game. We talked a lot, Rekskolt and me, and he just said he didn't really find the time to do it. Well,
Yeah, okay.
who knows?
Okay. So anyway, the replay looks dead. It was like collapsing, struggling, agonizing before, but now he's dead, and we won't try anymore. So I'm not even sure how do I leave this. So well, thank you for watching this video. I'm just gonna cut it here. It's fine, and we'll be back very soon with some more. Thank you, guys.
See you then.